Hello, everyone. Hi. Nice to see you here. I apologize for being a couple minutes of late. I went for my jog and I was just having so much fun. I lost track of time a little bit. But here we are. So this is my part of my indoor garden. I do have some other episodes that I've done on this. And the last episode was a week and a half ago. And Quincey, who's helping me with this, Quincey Adams, and she has a channel called Lilies and Tomatoes. She looked at some of the problems. Like if you look here, you can see there's a little bit of mold in the soil. And so she gave me some things to fix. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to fix the problems, have some seeds that came. We're going to plant the seeds. And we're going to have fun, and we're going to continue this adventure. We'll see what happens. I have no clue how it's going to work out. This is the first time I try to grow vegetables indoors. So welcome, everyone. Thank you for showing up. And I see we have Smithy's Fitness here. Hi, Smithy. So Smithy has a YouTube channel on, let me get his comment up there, in his channel on fitness and nutrition, good nutrition. So go check him out. And, we've got some other people here, too. We also have Deb. Hi, Deb. Deb is another one of my YouTube friends, and she also has a YouTube channel on glowing older and healthier. So as you get older, sometimes your body changes, and maybe how you eat, what you do, and needs to change. And how can you stay healthy even when you're getting up there, getting those wrinkles? Oh, and then we have Beatrice. Hi, Beatrice. Beatrice is another one of my YouTube friends, and so nice to see you all here. And Easy Cookbook. Oh, here we go. Hey, everybody. Easy Cookbook is another YouTube friend with really nice recipes. So check out Easy Cookbook's channel as well. And for all the people that I know who have a YouTube channel, when you come on my live streams, I put your links in my video description. So if you're interested to check out any of these people that are on the live stream who have a YouTube channel, just go to my video description after the video and we'll take a look. And please do check out Quincey's channel as well. She has an amazing knowledge of gardening. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to repot these guys, because Quincey said this is lettuce and this is kale, and they've been sitting now for 10 days under 2 table lamps right next to each other to give them extra light, because they were just tiny little things, but they're really growing nicely now that they're getting light from the lamps. But she thought if I separate them into 2 pots, that might help with the mold problem. And I've also been watering them with water with a little bit of hydrogen peroxide mixed in. And I do see that the mold is less. So it is having an effect. So let's do that first. Let's get started. This is my big bag of dirt. And there we go. I closed it with tape. So there, get my knife out of the way. I don't want to cut myself. So let's get some more water, because I'm going to split these guys, and we'll see what happens. I might end up just putting them, I know, I don't have a base. There we go. I might end up just putting them outside and trying again next winter. We'll see. But for now, at least, I'm having fun, and I'm learning, and I love to learn. So tell me, do any of you guys have an indoor garden or an outdoor garden? Let me see. We have a comment from... cucamelons. Wow. I never even heard of a cucamelon. Oh, I'm going to have to look for that. I assume it's a cross between a cucumber and, and we have Alicia Lee. Well, hi, Alicia. Nice to see you here. She's asking about the ratio of peroxide to water. I asked that question of Quincey, and she said that you don't need to be really specific, just a little bit. So I've been putting in about a tablespoon per, I'd say 1.5 quarts. And I didn't actually go research it either, because Quincey figured, it's 3% hydrogen peroxide, what you buy in the store. So I should have rolled my sleeves up. And I have it right here. I'm pretty sure it's 3%. Let me check. So yeah, 3% hydrogen peroxide. So probably can't read it very well. And that was the French side. Here, I'll show you the English side, because I live in Quebec, so we have things in both languages. So it's already very dilute. So 1 tablespoon per quart and a half seems to be working. I mean, obviously you don't want to put like half the bottle, but if you put 1 or 2 spoonfuls, should be good. So let's start with the lettuce. So I'm actually very pleased. You know, I know everybody says you have to have a grow light. You have to have grow light. And I'm starting to understand why they say that. Now, can I get this out? Because really, you know, I thought just putting it by my sunny window that faces east and gets bright sun until the late afternoon would be enough. But you know what? I'm not a plant. So, of course, for the plant, it's not enough. So I'm just kind of splitting this. And hopefully these guys are going to survive this treatment. And then I'm going to split it again just so that it kind of gets spread around. And I'm actually going to, dear lettuce, I hope you survive my treatment. Oh, and Eileen Dawson also. Eileen Dawson is another friend of mine, and she's here as well. So nice to see all you guys here. Okay, so I'm going to try to get the roots back in. I'm okay at gardening outside in the soil, but I'm not that much of an indoor garden person, and this is hard, transplanting these leaves and then getting the roots back. Yeah, this poor thing, it may not survive. I'm trying to make sure. So what I'm trying to do is make sure I cover the roots, but leave the leaves out, which is harder said than done. Okay, so here I can easily see where the root is. So I'm going to move him over there. And here's another one where I can easily see the root. Move him over there. And then these guys, I'm just going to kind of try to put them back under the soil. Ah. All right, so this is kind of what it looks like. I'm going to water them after I finish here. I won't show you, I won't have you watch me watering, but I am going to water them right away, very quickly. And we will see how it looks. I'm running out of pots. I'm running out of bottoms for my pots. Okay, so now I've got, I don't need, okay, here we go. So now I'm going to split the kale between these two. And the kale has a little bit more mold for some reason. I don't know why. So let me see if I can kind of split this in half and then break it up again so that I can space it out a bit like I did with the lettuce without having the roots kind of get all mixed up, and then I can't tell if I'm planting roots or leaves. It seems to be working better with this one. The other thing Quincey said I could do to help get rid of the mold was to put cinnamon on the soil. And I know cinnamon has antiseptic properties. So that's probably why it works that way. So I'm going to do that as well. And of course, Quincey said, and I was doing this, she said it's very important that you don't water from the top. You always water from the bottom. You put the water in the pot, and my pots all have holes, so then they will soak up the water. So this is how the kale looks. I will do the cinnamon later. So that was the first step, was to transplant these two plants into more pots so that they're not so tightly put together. Squished together. So let's see. Oh, Aileen says she has an indoor garden. Oh, wow. And then when it's warmer, yeah. So Aileen actually lives near me. We've been friends for years, and we used to play music together. And Aileen, I do miss playing the music and singing. We used to sing together. And when we would sing together, it was really nice. I do miss that. So I got these from Lee Valley, which is a Canadian company. They have tools, they have garden stuff. And let's see what I have. So I bought some beans. I bought some San Marzano tomatoes, Italian tomatoes. I love Italian tomatoes. Some arugula, because I love that too. Some basil. I love basil. And in our part of the world, we're zone 4. My basil doesn't survive the winter, so I have to replant it every year. Some dill, and I'm hoping the dill is going to survive the winter. Bell peppers, we're going to plant those today, and the tomatoes, actually. I also bought some yellow tomatoes and some cherry tomatoes because I love cherry tomatoes. Brussels sprouts, I'm just going to put those straight in the ground in a bit. Cucumber, I think I might plant the cucumber, but not today just because I don't have enough pots and stuff. And spinach. I know the spinach I can plant outside. And I got myself another vegetable peeler because the one I have is it doesn't work very well anymore. So that's the seeds. So now why am I planting these today? These 4 packages, 3 packages of tomato and 1 of bell pepper. Because in zone 4, the growing season is too short. If you don't start these inside, they will not, by the time it gets cold, they won't even have started to harvest. So that's why I'm going to plant these guys, and I don't have enough pots. So in that case, I'm going to do 1 tomato. I'm going to start with the cherry tomatoes, and I'm going to do the peppers, and I'll get more pots, and we'll do another one. Okay, so here we go. Does anybody have any questions? Let's see. Beatrice says, oh, I know. I have a tendency, I don't have a really green thumb. I'm just determined to succeed, and eventually I do. And also I read and learn. So over the years, I've learned a lot, but everything I've learned applies to outdoor gardening. This is really the first time I do vegetables indoors, and I've always had houseplants, but I always get houseplants that are really easy, like succulents, because if I forget to water them for 2 weeks, they're happy. And if I overwater them, well, which I generally don't do, they can survive. So I'm having to up my game here to grow vegetables indoors. And I'm really hoping that next year I will get a grow light. I might even get a small hydroponic setup so that I can grow like spinach and kale and lettuce. And I'm told that growing tomatoes inside is easy too. So I'm going to try. Now I won't be planting the whole pot, the whole bag, the whole packet, because I'm going to really just do 4 seeds per pot because these are going to be transplanted outside. Now our frost date is beginning of June. So we usually plant our vegetables like tomatoes, the ones that need the warmer temperature. We usually plant them outside the 3rd weekend in May just because it's a long weekend. But then we have to watch the temperature every night. And if it's going to get too cold, we have to run outside and put bags or protection over everything. So these seeds are really small. Maybe I'm going to do 5 just in case they don't take. I don't know if you can see, but they are incredibly small. They're half the size of sesame seeds. So I'm going to do 5. Just going to make a tiny little indentation kind of around the perimeter so that they're evenly spaced. I'm going to put 1 seed in each, and we'll see what happens. And maybe I'm going to get more pots, and do more. I have a friend who has horticulture certificates, and she works in a nursery. Maybe I'm going to do 1 more in the middle, just because they're only going to be, they're going to be in this pot for about 5 weeks or 6 weeks before I can plant them outside. So I guess if I put 5 or 6, I should be okay. So these are the tomatoes. I'm going to label them. And now let's do the peppers. Last year, I bought these things from the nursery, and I bought a green pepper plant, and it gave me 1 beautiful green pepper, the most amazing green pepper I've ever tasted. And then I took it when it was ready. I ate it. And then it said, okay, I did my job. You got your green pepper. Deal good, deal done. And it never gave me another one. Let's see, we've got some more comments here. Oh, grow potatoes. Yes, I was going to do that too with potatoes because I've heard, but I haven't researched it, that you can grow potatoes, sweet potatoes and regular potatoes from the potato. So I was going to try that in the fall. And here we have Hila. I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. So she has a YouTube channel also. She's in the UK, and her channel is really interesting. It's also about just, wellness and being good with yourself. So check her out as well. Oh yeah, I know. Eileen says she misses singing with me too. I know. Maybe one day we'll do it again when the pandemic's over. So these are the bell pepper seeds, and they are much bigger. And you know what they look like if you've ever cut open a bell pepper, because I mean that's where the seeds come from, right? So I did read an article on the internet that right now the interest in growing your own vegetables indoors and outdoors is huge. And there is also a huge business in seeds. It's a very profitable business on the internet right now, but not all the seeds are really good. Some of them might have diseases and fungi and other problems. Some of them might not be what you're paying for, like organic or no GMO. So you need to get your seeds, if you get them online, from a reputable supplier. So that's why I went to Lee Valley Tools, because I know that company for years, and they're an established Canadian company with a very good reputation, so I trust them. But I wouldn't just buy seeds just from any company you come across online without doing research. So got some new comments here. Yeah, I know that. Maybe that's what I'll do for my next one. So Aileen says to get the peat pots, and I've seen them online, and it is a really good idea. That way you don't have to take them out and kind of possibly damage the roots. So that's a good idea. So you know what? I think I'm going to do that. And then hopefully for next winter, I'm going to have a better setup, and I'm going to have a grow light and maybe a little hydroponic garden. They're kind of expensive, but I'm going to see. I might try that for the leafy greens. And I would also like to grow a few herbs inside as well. So, because right now my herbs are all outside, and I dry them for the winter, but they're so much better fresh. Okay, so here we have tomato. Here we go. And here we have, does anybody have any questions or any other comments? And here we have the bell peppers. I'm going to label them before I move anything. And then I'm going to water them all with my hydrogen peroxide in the water. Right now, I've been watering the leafy greens and everything twice a week. I write it down on my calendar, so it's like every Tuesday and Saturday. So today's actually watering day, so this works out well. And that seems to be a good amount of water for them. And these guys are going to go in my basement. I have a window ledge that faces south, and it's getting sun all day, but I'm also going to do as Quincey suggested, and I have one of those lamps you can put under your counter. I'm going to hang it so that it's just right over the plants, and if the plants get taller, I can just shorten the strings and bring the light up. And I'm going to put lights on either side as well. That's the other thing she said I should do, to make sure they get plenty of lights. Plus, my friend who has the certificates in horticulture and who works at the nursery said to me also, if you're going to grow tomato seedlings at home, you need a ton of light. So we'll do a check-in maybe in a week or two, and I've got something to show you. Or if I get those peat pots and I'm going to plant more stuff, we'll do some more planting together. I really appreciate everybody watching, and it's been nice to chat with you. Let's see. We have another question here. Well, I haven't been doing that. And I mean, so this is 3%. And then I'm putting about 1 tablespoon, maybe not even quite 1 tablespoon, in a quart and a half, which would be, okay, I got to think in milliliters here. Because I forget how many cups are in a quart. I forget all my non-metric stuff now. Okay, so it's 1,000 milliliters. So yeah, so in 1,250, 1,300 milliliters, I'm putting about 10 mLs of 3%. So I really doubt there's any concentration in the leaves. But you know what? That's a good question. And I'm going to research it. I never thought about that, but I'm going to research it, and I'll put the answer in the description of the video after. Get a full spectrum light. Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, I haven't researched it yet. I figured I'd research in the summer. Hopefully they'll be on sale. I won't wait till fall when they're going to be expensive again. But now's the time to start researching and get a grow light now, right? When we're heading into the longest day of the year in June. Yeah, good tips, good points, and good ideas. And so nice to see all of you here. And I haven't met any of you except for Aileen. But I sure hope that one day we can all meet, because it's really nice to get to know people through YouTube and through all the other social media avenues and chat. And Yeah, and have fun. Okay, so this is my garden adventure for today. I will research those questions. I'll put it into the video description. And if you're on Facebook, I'll put it there as well. If you are not subscribed to me yet on YouTube, please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. That's how you can support me. And if you're watching from Facebook, I thank you very much as well. Give this video a like. I have lots of other videos. I do cooking videos. I do videos about food and healthy food. So check those out. And I look forward to showing you another. Oh, for the tomatoes. Okay. I look forward to showing you more adventures in my indoor vegetable garden soon. And Aileen says that the full spectrum light, that's important for the tomatoes. So you know a lot, Aileen. I didn't realize you knew so much about gardening. That's interesting. Thank you all for your help. Thank you all for watching. Everybody stay well and see you in the next video. Bye.